Pew 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 pew. Pew 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 pew. Pew 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 pew. And I feel fine.
That's exactly what I was gonna do, but yours sounded nothing like it.
It sounded just like it. It's the end of the world, and I
Pew 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 pew.
yeah, I thought that was pretty similar. That's a pretty similar version to what I was gonna do.
You do that one time, and then you go pew 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 pew.
Well, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, that would
have everybody knows the chorus, dude. They don't know all the other parts usually. I don't know.
You do the chorus one time, and then you move into it. It makes it easier to catch.
Oh, we're all fucked, guys.
I can't wait to rehear that to hear again how unlike it.
It sounded just like it. It sounded
now
just
that
like
I know
it.
it's that, maybe I can hear it.
Okay, well,
tell us whose was better. Obviously mine.
It wasn't bad.
It was totally bad.
It wasn't. Let's hope it's not a mock draft, or else I know who's would be better. Mock draft of how we pew it, and that's how I type it out. It's just pew pew pew.
I gotta say,
pew,
guys,
pew,
I'm
pew,
very
pew.
disappointed in.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. So here we go. This is where you been. We'll tell you guys what we've been up to lately.
Where you been? 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 Where you gone? Where you gone? Since you been? Where you been? Where you been? Where you been?
Also, we're drinking the Tall Boy Bombies right now, and holy shit, it feels like I'm a badass right now. I told you guys,
I feel like
felt
a billionaire.
I know, right? It's like, wow, it's 19.2 fluid ounces. How awesome is that? Can we just call them Bomby shotguns? Because it feels like I'm kind of holding a shotgun in my hand.
Oh, shit! What was the name of the atomic bombs? Fat Man and Little Boy.
I don't know. Yep, I think so. Big Boy and Little Man, or something like that.
Oh, these should be called Fat Boys.
Fat Boys. They're Tall Boys, I guess. Tall Boys is a good
Fat
name.
Boys because it's a bomb.
It's a tall girl. It's a blondie. She's a tall girl.
Damn.
She's a babe.
You done fucked up my brain, bro.
Right. That's what we do here. We just fuck up your brain, guys, but in a good way. Where have you been, Pat, since we last did a podcast?
I actually did a little bit of this stuff this weekend. I didn't just sit in my house the whole time.
Huh.
On, trying to remember Friday or Saturday. I don't know. It all ran together. Oh, so
One
it
of
was
them.
Saturday. I went out. I went to BB's. I got some crawfish.
Oh.
So somebody's coming after you, bro.
You got a little ways. You got a little ways to go.
I'm a freeze crawfish so that I can just eat one every week. And
That's not a bad idea. I mean, it counts. It counts.
I got some raw oysters too with it. And it was like I love raw. I know a lot of
I'm a
people.
big raw oysters guy myself.
So
do you go crackers on them?
No, because it's not keto.
Okay, see, I always like to put the cracker, a little bit of lemon maybe, and then the cocktail sauce on top.
Cocktail mixed with horseradish?
Yeah, sometimes I do that.
Yeah.
Like sometimes it's like sometimes you don't get one of them or the other, and I'll just be like, all right, who cares?
Oh, I always make sure I have both. So I mix them together, and that always goes on it.
Because
sometimes
cocktail
lemon.
sauce is just horseradish and ketchup, right? That's how you make it, isn't it?
Oh, maybe, I guess, yeah.
Yeah. So
No, there's something else in there, too.
I'm pretty sure
I
cocktail
think a little
sauce.
bit of Worcestershire, maybe? I don't know.
Really?
I don't know. I mix whatever the red thing is with the horseradish, and that's what I do. But, yeah, so I had I didn't go crazy because I was going out that night, too, and we had already had a big breakfast. I only had 2 pounds, but just a little
horseradish
bit.
and ketchup,
I went to BB's. I told you I got the BB's crawfish instead of just Louisiana regular. Not really impressed by them. Like they were good.
Dude, I thought the BB's was awesome, man.
Like I think they're good. It's good seasoning, but like for crawfish, I would rather just have regular crawfish any day of the week.
Yeah, I don't know. BB's, I think I like their spin
And when
on
I say
it.
regular crawfish, I mean with crawfish seasoning and everything.
Right.
I didn't think they were spicy enough. That was the one thing.
Did you order the spicy ones? You can just say, can you make it spicy? And
I
then
didn't.
have the spicy
I didn't
ones.
know that. I just expected the crawfish to be kind of spicy.
Okay, did you eat them with gloves or a bib? Because at BB's, that's
Neither.
a big thing. They always ask you that. And I'm like, I ain't no
I
bitch.
didn't get asked that at all.
Okay.
In
They
fact,
asked
me and my
if I
sister
wanted it, and
looked
I was
over.
like, yeah,
oh wait, no.
no.
Oh yeah, I did see your video of that guy wearing the gloves, and I
That's
was like,
a big
what
BB's thing.
A rook.
And it's just like, I don't know. Like I understand, you don't want to get your hands dirty or smelly or whatever, and it's hard to get that crawfish smell out for a little bit. But it's like that's part
they
of
give
like
you a roll of paper towels.
yeah. And then you can just go wash your hands and use moist towelettes or whatever. But like part of like the fun of having crawfish is in the rest of the day your fingers kind of smell like crawfish no matter what. And you're like, yeah, that's what I did today. I ate crawfish. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Did that? Had a dozen oysters with it too. Also though, with the crawfish, they have a pineapple sausage now that's new that goes that you can get with their crawfish. If any of you guys go to BB's for crawfish, fucking add that. It was like an extra $4.50. It's one link. It was like $5.50 or $4.50 just to add it on. So a little bit pricey as far as add-ons go, but
Still,
amazing.
What do you go with your add-ons?
That was it. I just
you don't
wanted
get mushrooms?
Crawfish. No, I didn't.
Throw some shrooms in that bitch.
I love adding mushrooms in there. I just didn't. A lot of the time, I'll go pineapple too.
Okay.
I just didn't this time. I was like, I just want crawfish. I was there for the crawfish. I didn't want to eat a bunch of other shit to fill up. That's what I was there for. But my sister got mushrooms in hers, so somehow a few mixed their way into mine, and I was like, I'm here for that.
Alrighty.
Always down for mushrooms in there. Then later that night, one of my buddies was in from Austin, so a bunch of us met up downtown. We hit up. Christian's Tailgate, Woodrow's, bounced around there a little bit all night. And then, it pissed me off, though. This isn't really not cool, but it's a kind of early one. We went to Christian's Tailgate to eat first. We left. As soon as we walked back to my buddy's apartment, which is like a, 10-minute walk, I was like, oh, fuck, I left my portable charger and my phone cord back there.
Do you just bring that with you everywhere?
Yeah, because my maximum phone battery is only 66%.
Oh, yeah, that's not great.
Because it's a 6S. This phone's like 6 years old.
Yeah, you just don't want to get a new one.
No.
Okay.
I might replace. I think I'm gonna replace the battery on it.
Okay.
Soon. That sounds cheap.
If they still make them,
I think I've looked it up online. They should. But anyway, so then I was like, all right, guys, you go upstairs. I'll be back in like 10 minutes. So I start going, and I was like, fuck, I'm just gonna like jog part of the way. And I think there and back, I only jogged like 400 yards. Like I started jogging. I made it probably like 150, and I was like, fuck, God, running sucks.
I'm not doing this anymore.
Bullshit. So I walked for a little bit, jogged a little bit more. And then on the way back, and it was a cool night on Saturday. I had to take my hoodie off because I was like, I'm fucking starting to sweat from this. From a light jog on a not far distance. I was like, holy shit, I am out of shape.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe you should go jogging regularly now.
Oh, these colors don't run.
I get it.
No, I'll do curls and lift weights. I'm not doing cardio.
Just the glamour muscles.
These colors don't run. I live my life by that. I've always despised running. It's just it's not who I am.
I was never a big fan of it either.
I fucking hate it.
I sometimes do it though, but
so then on Sunday and Monday too, I was like, why are my legs sore? And then I'm like, oh yeah, you jogged lightly for a not far distance. Then we bounced around, and then it tripped me out because we stayed out till close. We walked back to my buddy's house. We all said our goodbyes, and I went home. And I'm driving home, and I looked down at the clock. I was like, how the fuck is it 4 o'clock in the morning?
Because you sprung forward.
In my head, I was thinking we were getting an hour.
Oh, yeah.
The whole week, that's what I was expecting. When I looked down and saw that.
Doesn't work that way, buddy.
4 o'clock in the morning, I was like, oh, I've been wrong this whole time.
So did they kick you all out at 1 then, technically? Like, did you get an hour less at the bar?
No.
Because of that?
No.
Okay. Because I know I've been in the bar where it flipped back, and that was cool because you get the added hour.
At 2, it goes to 3.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. So
and
you're
then
just leaving at 3.
When you change it at 2, it goes to 1, so you get an extra out at the bars regularly.
On the other one.
Yeah. So did that, and then Sunday, I just kind of hung around. I watched I've been watching all the X-Men movies.
Okay.
Like I did 1, 2, 3, just finished First Class last night. I'm going to make a run through of all of those. Maybe I'll do a little ranking online afterwards.
Maybe.
Too.
You should definitely do that.
But just hung around and just watched just a shit ton of TV. I didn't play video games on Sunday.
Oh.
I was just watching TV and I got super into watch a shit ton of Bob's Burgers.
Bob's Burgers is awesome. I always get sucked in on Sundays when it's not NFL season because, the XFL kind of scattered its games on Sunday. They had the, sort of middle of the day one, and then they had the night game for the first time. But I always just get sucked into the bar rescue marathon.
Always.
On, I think it's Paramount now. It used to be Spike. But it's I've seen these a bunch of times already, and I know how it goes every single episode pretty much because it's the same thing. He goes in, he yells, he does the whole stress test, then the asshole manager yells at him, and then he humbles him a little bit, then they have the make good, then he fixes the bar. It's I could watch it all day every single day, and it's okay, I just sat through 4 episodes of Bar Rescue, and it is it's 4 o'clock now. Great.
Yeah, I mean I got a bunch of yard work done on Saturday too. I cut front and backyard, all that. But then early not cool on me too. After the yard work, I was like, cool, I'm gonna play some video games and just chill till we go out to eat later. Then all of a sudden at one point it hit me and I go, fuck, Roughnecks are playing right now.
Next gonna give it to you, baby.
So I turn it on. It's the start of the 4th quarter and we're down. And I was like,
it's a little stressful.
I was like, what the fuck is happening? Of course, as soon as I turn it on, we go down, score, get the ball back, go down and score.
Well,
So I was like,
never doubt your
I was
necks.
no, I didn't. I blamed myself. It should have never been a close game if I was watching. I just lost. I was playing video games, lost track.
See, when I was there, I was like, I feel like somebody's not watching the game.
Yeah, that's
It
my
should be,
bad, guys.
and it was you. I didn't
But you know
know
what?
that.
I get,
so
hopefully
fuck
that
you,
actually
Pat,
helped
for
some
making
ratings.
it close.
But then, of course, watched Roughnecks all Saturday, Sunday too.
So you watched
for that.
XFL instead of Roughnecks.
No, I just kept watching the Roughnecks.
Oh, you just rewatched it. You watching tape. Like, that's smart. That's
watching
smart.
tape.
You getting ready for
Also,
that
shout out
Guardians game.
to Cam Phillips, once again XFL Player of the Week.
Yeah, just the XFL been around 5 weeks now, the reboot, and he's won Player of the Week 3 weeks out of the 5. So, we thought it was MVP Jay Walker. Now it's like MVP Cam. I don't know.
Could be
Cam PJ.
MVC.
Cam MV. Cam V.
MVC.
Cam VP. That would make sense. See, we could do that.
It could.
Doesn't roll off the tongue like MVPJ does, but
It doesn't.
so that's where you been, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a pretty packed weekend for me
Yeah.
of actually not that much going on.
I did some I had crawfish from BB's, went back to BB's on Westheimer and got that. I thought that was the second best crop of crawfish I've had, and it was nice and spicy. It was awesome, and I got the mushrooms, the corn, and the potatoes, but I don't really eat the potatoes. Emma's a potatoes fan. I think the potatoes are more just like a filler. The corn's nice towards the end where you're like, all right, like, because you could just eat crawfish all day and never really be full, and the corn is kind of like, I'm feeling full-ish, but like this is just gonna top it off, and you eat that, and especially when the corn gets to soak in all that juice and stuff.
Yeah. Corn's
it's nice
delicious.
and spicy. But the crawfish was pretty
Pineapple,
bomb.
though, man.
I thought that was the best crawfish I've had. You can really tell that we are in full-fledged crawfish season because the last 2 weeks that I have had crawfish were the two best batches of crawfish that I've had. So it's like I'm not trying to knock any of the other places. It was just very early in the season.
You should loop back.
I'm gonna probably end up doing that.
I mean, I'm
trying to get as many places in as I can.
You've got at least 16 more weeks to do this.
Right. And I swear to God, if this coronavirus fucks up the streak, like, but you know who didn't let anything fuck up his streak was Cal Ripken, and I am the Cal Ripken of crawfish, and I'll be damned if this fucking disease screws it over. But I just have to be able to go to the restaurants, so the restaurants can't close. You're a restaurant guy, though. You work at a restaurant, and they're not closing anytime soon, so we're good.
We're not going to close.
We're good. We're good. But the crawfish was pretty awesome. So crawfish streak continued. Hashtag Cal Ripken of crawfish. Went to the Roughnecks game Saturday, which is pretty awesome because they got the win again. We're 5-0 now. So we're halfway through the season, and we have a 3-game lead in the division because I think it's Dallas and LA have 3 losses each. And that's awesome that we could, like, hopefully we just don't have a free fall. That's the only thing I'm nervous about. But if we can go into New York, get that win, we're guaranteed a winning record. If we have 2 more wins, then we've guaranteed a playoff spot, which is pretty sweet. So went to the Roughnecks game. Oh, Friday. Did I mention I rode a camel? Yeah, we talked about animals you can ride, and Robert had a camel on his list on his mock draft last week. I was in the second Camel Cup. For me, at least, it was the annual Camel Cup they do at Sam Houston Race Park. In between the races, they're halfway through, so it's kind of like the halftime show. They do ostrich and camel races. Now, jockeys have to ride the ostriches because the ostriches will just dive bomb sometimes. They don't like being ridden. They do not like it, and they will just like go.
Tell that to Donkey Kong.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't know if that guy really liked it either, or it was just maybe Stockholm syndrome by that time. But I've seen the ostriches go like as fast as they can, and then they'll just stop on a dime and lower their neck, and the guy just slides off and rolls, and they're just kind of like, fuck you, dude. And they have to have this little like chicken wire fence that they have to keep them and like kind of wrangle them into the trailer that they came in on because they'll run around, and those guys are fast as shit. But I didn't do the ostrich. I did a camel race, rode on Donald J. Hump for the second consecutive year. And Donald J. Hump, last year, he got off to a slow start and just barely got by at the end. We wanted a photo finish. This year, he was kind of spouting off. He was getting very mouthy, like, I don't know what you want to do. We're not, like, why are you riding me again? I thought we did this once. What is this? He was kind of, like, he kept making that sound and, like not spitting, but he was, like, snarling at
Did you pet him?
I obviously
Did
I
you
pet
give him
him.
a kiss on the top of his head?
I didn't give him a kiss on the top of his head.
That's all he wanted.
He didn't give me permission. And this is all. We're in 2020. This is a consent kind of.
No,
place.
it's a camel. He's just a tall.
I did
buddy
tell him.
with
I was
humps.
like, hey buddy, let's fuck shit up. Let's do this. Let's go. I'm ready. Like, are you ready to go back to back? And I kept petting his hump because his hump, like, you're right behind the hump. And I kept told. I was like,
pet his neck
you got
too,
to. And I
buddy.
kept patting on the hump, and I did pet his neck, but I pet his head when I was getting on him, and then I was just like, I don't want to like get bit. I don't know. I don't want to piss him off for the race. But he was talking shit, and I was like, he's either mad that I'm on him again, or he's talking shit to the other guys. And I think he was talking shit because he came out. We were last out of the gates, but then about like a quarter of the way through the race, he just hit another gear, and it was like we ended up winning by probably like I know they say like horse lengths or like I think it was like 3-4 camel lengths. We won by, and then he goes right past the finish line and then immediately makes a right turn, which is ironic that he was Donald J. Hump. But I went almost flying off of him. I had a one-handed save. Go check out my Instagram account at Alex J. Middleton because I have the entire video from the race up there. And I held on by one hand, was able to not fall off, but got the dub. Back-to-back camel racing champ at Sam Houston Race Park. It's a great feeling. It's a great feeling.
I can't wait for next year now. We're going to start talking about Dynasty.
I mean, I'm not saying, like, I didn't say I was the greatest camel racer ever, but some are saying, like, you're 2 for 2 in camel races. You've never even experienced a camel racing loss. And I was like, I didn't say that, but other people are talking. People are talking.
You sure this wasn't an inner monologue you were having?
Maybe it was. It might have been. But people are talking that maybe I'm the greatest camel racer of all time. Again, not me, just people. And
I mean, you're obviously the greatest camel racer I've ever known.
Back-to-back is pretty big, right? Like, is that the start of a dynasty? You got to do 3, I think, to have a dynasty.
That's what I said. Next year we'll start
So if I can go 3 in a row or 3 out of 4, I think that's a dynasty, right?
Yeah.
Because dynasty is 3 championships within a 5-year span, at least. Or 4 within a 10-year span, I think. Because I think if you win 4 in 10 years, it's like you can't really.
That's
knock
a decade
that.
dynasty, yeah.
Yeah. But if you get 3 and 5, that's 100% a dynasty. A 3-peat is not even questionable. It's a dynasty. 2 years in a row, that's good. That's really good. And it was a lot of fun. I hope I get to ride in the camel races every single fucking year. And Donald J. Hump, man, like 4 more years for that guy, right? Not just the camel. I'm just talking camels. Camels.
You said Donald J. Hump.
Donald J. Hump, right? About. And I got to race against Paul LaDuca from Barstool Sports. He used to be an MLB catcher, I believe, for the Marlins, and I want to say the Red Sox at one point too. I don't remember. But he's like the Barstool Sports camel guy, and Penn National Gaming.
I can't believe they have a camel guy.
Or not camel guy. He rode on the camels, but he's their horse racing guy. Their horse jockey, or not their horse betting guy. And so he was there with Blackjack Fletcher from Barstool as well. I know a lot of you guys may not know who these people are. I'm sorry. I nerded out because I'm a big Barstool fan. I was like, I'm racing against Paul LaDuca, and everybody was like, hey, nice to meet you.
That's what it was. Donald J. Hump was shit talking Paul LaDuca.
Yeah, he was riding Evil Chem Evil. And I was just like, dude, I'm a huge fan. It's really cool to meet you. And so hopefully maybe I can get him on the podcast. I got some info from him, and that'd be cool to do that. But Penn National Gaming bought a huge stake in Barstool a couple weeks ago, and they own Sam Houston Racetrack. So a lot of the Barstool guys, I think, hopefully will be coming back down our way, which would be cool. Let's all start hanging out at the racetrack on Friday nights and get those 50-cent beers and all of that shit. It was a lot of fun, and thank you to Sam Houston Race Park for having me out. I really enjoyed the hospitality. They put me in the little jockeys suite, or like the jockeys club, which is like where it's just, hey, I hang out here a lot, and this is fancy, and it's like a suite, but it's not a suite, but it is a suite, and that was cool, and it was a lot of fun. I'm going to the horse races as many Fridays and Saturdays as I can in the near future. As long as I don't have anything going on, I'm going to the horse races and betting on the ponies. I only won like $30 at the end of the night, but it was going to the track. And so that was cool. And then, I did crawfish streak, and that's pretty much where I have been. Let's get into the Comeback Kid segment.
It's the Comeback Kid. The Comeback Kid of the week. The Comeback Kid of the week. Bitch.
First Comeback Kid this week is hanging out at home because people are getting quarantined or self-quarantined.
Looks like I've been way ahead of this quarantine for every weekend.
Yeah, luckily we have self-quarantined here for this podcast, so you guys are at no risk. Not that we're infected or anything, but you're not at any risk now because we've self-quarantined ourselves. Like, that's like for the next month or so at least. That's just gonna be everybody's out on like ways to get out of doing things. Where it's
I can't come into work.
Dude,
I'm feeling sick. I got to self quarantine.
As a precaution, I'm just gonna self quarantine, boss. Is that cool? Yeah, I mean, like, because the boss is not gonna be like, well, yeah, bring it in to everybody. Come on, bring the coronavirus into everyone. Yeah, you don't have to like bring a doctor's note until you go back or whatever it is. But like hanging out at home, that's the new cool thing.
No, you don't even
do.
need a doctor's note for this because you're like, I self-quarantined. I didn't want to go to the hospital. I didn't feel safe.
I was nervous. I didn't want to infect others. And hanging out at home is the new cool thing that everybody's doing, and it's like just an option to get out of everything now.
Also, just know if you're someone that does skip work a lot or like call in sick, this is not going to work for you. They're just going to call your bullshit, and you might get fired.
Yeah, you're going to be the little boy who cried wolf, which is why you shouldn't be that person. Isn't it weird? Like
that person sucks.
There's a lot of people like that, and even in school, there were kind of people like that. But it's like I sort of get school because you're not getting fucking paid for school. But like you're putting other people high and dry when you don't show up to a lot of jobs. Not every job, but a lot of jobs. You have people relying on you that like. They have to then pick up the brunt of your work.
Also, here's a tip, too, which it shocks me more people don't know this. And I would say especially for restaurants, just because that's, where I am and I see. If you're friends with people that you work with online, like, you have each other on Snapchat or Facebook or whatever it is, and you call into work, everyone's going to check your story. So when you call into work and say, oh, I had a doctor's appointment. I forgot, blah, blah, blah. I can't make it in today. And we check and see you at the club last night. It's amazing.
Monica may just be a little hungover.
It's amazing how often this happened. Like, we fired a dude who kept doing this.
Look, Doug, we can see your snaps.
We let it go for way longer just because we couldn't find a replacement. As soon as we found someone that would come in, we fired the kid that day.
There you go.
Because also, it helped out that the day that we were able to find someone that we were going to be able to bring in, he didn't show up that day either. But like so many times over the years, someone will be like, hey, I'm sick, I can't come in today. Oh, guess what, Sarah? Like, your Snapchat shows you out drinking at Shula's at fucking 1:48 last night, so...
Wonder why you couldn't get out of bed.
Yeah, you don't feel good.
That's weird.
It's because you had 9 tequila shots.
It's probably the tequila. I don't know. Just a guess.
But just so you guys know, if you're friends with people at work, stop putting your shit online.
Yep.
Stories mean nothing.
Just go just go dark.
You can go. You can take a picture whenever you want. If you gotta do it, go with a picture. Even sometimes when you look drunk in a picture, you can go, it was a bad picture.
Yeah, I was blinking.
I was sitting there.
Yeah.
A story, it tells you what time
videos
it was
and all that stuff. Yeah, it's a bad idea.
Yeah,
it's a bad idea. Guys. Don't do that. So hanging out at home though. That's one of the comeback kids. Another thing that the comeback kid is canceling things because, my God.
Everything.
Coronavirus. A lot of these comeback kids are coronavirus related, by the way. Everything's getting canceled. South by Southwest was for the first domino to fall, I feel like. Honestly, was that Friday when they were saying, hey, not fucking doing that. And Coachella, I know, is getting postponed. They didn't 100% cancel it.
Yeah, they're just going to push it back.
I think Lollapalooza is going to get postponed. And then, maybe it's Stagecoach was going to get postponed. And then today, like before we recorded the podcast, they ended the rodeo. Like they said, nope, we're not doing this anymore.
Actually, it literally just closed right now. It just hit 4 o'clock.
It hit 4 o'clock. Yeah, so did you see the signs that they had? They were like, do not panic. Please exit the place or whatever it is. And leave in an orderly fashion or whatever it was. And it's like, that's like when they tell you in school, like, just if there's a fire, we're all going to line up in single file and just walk out. And it's like, no, if there's a fire, I'm running the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And if you try and write me up or send me to detention because I ran during a fire, I'm going to say, I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
Like, oh, excuse me for not wanting to burn to death.
Yeah, I always laughed at those because
I was the last one in the line. I'm not going to wait.
Most people growing up, I've been bigger than most people. So it's like, if there's a fire, everyone might not get out of that door.
You will.
But I fucking am. I will knock people over to not die.
Yep.
I'm 12. I'm not going to be held responsible for my actions.
So the rodeo is it's canceled now. It's done with. And
I feel like a lot of people actually got lucky from this, though. Not because they might have gotten sick, but now there's a lot of people that were going to go see Kane Brown tonight that...
I don't even know. And I think we went over this last week.
He's absolutely awful. One of the worst things to happen in country music in the last 20 years. And, what a surprise. He's about to sing, and we just go, oh, wait, never mind, can't do it.
Undertaker Brown will be filling in his place whenever the
no, I would listen to that guy.
Comes back. But
that sounds like a kind of fucking country singer that I would listen to.
Undertaker Brown, baby. Another comeback kid doing with coronavirus is cheap flights, because apparently nobody wants to get sick and fly on planes. And I think it's people in our age bracket that are like, tight, I can go to Belize. Dude, check this out. I can go to Cancun for like $13. This is awesome. I'm not saying I don't know what the prices are, but I know that a lot of people have said they could get really cheap tickets. So cheap flights are back. And I saw something where the airlines were like, oh, I feel really bad. This is killing us. This is terrible right now. And they're like, oh, poor airlines. I was like, is it poor airlines that are just fucking everybody over? They're like, oh, hey, it's only $175 to check a bag. Like, fuck you guys. I hope people don't lose jobs, but like, fuck the airlines. They don't give a shit about anyone else.
Get a bailout. Like, fuck you.
I'd like a bailout.
It would cost me $500 to fly to Dallas.
Yeah.
It's fucking Dallas.
Like, we just had this whole thing where we're like, people can't recline in their seats because of this and that. And instead of like, well, maybe we could make it more affordable by like just letting them have more leg room and we could charge that. Or they're like, no, we're not going to do that at all. We're going to make you guys sardines and then we're going to jack up the prices. And then when shit gets bad, we're like, oh, we need help. Sorry. So, yeah. Cheap flights are back. And then another comeback kid is amateur scientists / mixologists / chemists, because Tito's Vodka had to come out and say that, no, you cannot. Like, there's all these hand sanitizer shortages because people are just taking everything off the shelves.
It's starting to show back up again now.
I saw that at HEB. I saw a couple, but like all the wet wipes were gone. A lot of the paper towels and toilet paper for some reason everybody was taking all of that. And I guess they're just taking the toilet paper because they're thinking they might be like bunkered down for a while if we all get quarantined, like we voluntarily have done here on Pass the Gravy today. But a lot of these people have just been like, oh, I can make my own hand sanitizer, and Tito's Vodka had to legitimately come out and be like, no. You cannot make hand sanitizer out of our vodka. It's only 40% alcohol. You have to have at least 60% for it to kill the germs.
Which, by the way, why would you be using Tito's?
I was like, wait, you're putting it on your hands? No, I was just chugging it.
Well,
I thought that like, if you're drunk, you can't get sick. Everybody knows that.
If you were going to use vodka to make why wouldn't you use cheap shit vodka? Like, Tito's is good vodka.
Because you want the A stuff, the A plus stuff, because you know it's going to kill the most germs.
That's got to be the thinking, and that enrages me how stupid people are. Like, no, it's still 40%. Like, that's what I'm saying. Why not drink your good shit and buy bad shit? Which, by the way, it doesn't work. Like, you got to use Everclear if you're going to be doing this, people.
Yeah, Everclear. But, dude, maybe Everclear starts to see, like...
But also just buy a bar of soap. Wash your fucking hands.
That would also have been
just wash your fucking
idea.
hands.
And then,
or don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm still not worried at all about this, and I'm probably gonna get corona, and I don't care. I'll stay home for a couple days.
But then I think I saw somewhere that in France they said they legitimately issued a public service announcement that snorting or doing cocaine and bleach and drinking bleach will not cure the coronavirus or prevent it. And I was like, well, not with that kind of attitude, it won't. But like, you know,
why make that? Like a couple people said, if somebody's going to do that.
I think somebody was doing cocaine and then they got caught doing cocaine. I'm like, no, I thought I was going to kill the coronavirus. And somebody's like, well, if he's really trying to stay corona free, then maybe we got to let it go.
If you're dumb enough to think that cocaine and drinking bleach will stop it.
But I boiled the bleach, though. I boiled it.
That's natural selection.
It's good.
That's natural selection if you're dumb enough to fall for that.
Everybody's got their concoctions. Like I told you guys last week, my concoction to avoid the coronavirus is just you get a whole jug of orange juice, you put a bunch of emergencies in it, and it's too much vitamin C for corona. So sorry, corona.
I'm just going to keep drinking fucking bombies, man.
But this is a mock draft of dog breeds. Pat, you got the first pick, and here we go.
Come on. You got to know what's coming number one.
Labs. Okay, I thought labs were going to be an early pick. I didn't know how early they would be. That makes sense. Pat's got labs with the first overall pick. I'm going to go boxers. They're near and dear to my heart. I got to go boxer on that one. So boxers are off the board for me. Robert, with your first pick of the draft, what you got?
All right, you guys went labs and boxers. I'm going to go with corgis.
Ooh, corgi is I had that high up on my list.
Corgi is
well. That's a solid pick.
Dog.
Solid pick.
I'm gonna go with golden retrievers.
God damn.
Yeah.
I was gonna go with that
golden.
one.
You're just good boys and girls. You're so pretty.
Golden retriever. All right, probably one of the most popular dog breeds, I would say for sure. And Shadow in Homeward Bound. Who could forget? You never saw Homeward Bound, did you, Robert?
I have not.
Okay, well, don't watch it because it'll make you kind of sad. I'm gonna go with mutts. A little
That's
mix.
not a breed,
I think
though.
That's not
I
a
think
breed.
it's a breed.
No, that's
not
a
a
cop
breed.
out because most people are gonna be like, oh, well, I have a mutt. No, that's a cop out. We went specific breeds. We
A
said
mutt
this
is a
beforehand.
breed.
A mutt is not a breed. It's a cross of breeds.
You guys are fucking me.
Because every week you try and pull some shit.
You guys are fucking me on this.
Well, you've got
Whether or not it be chili
You've
or
got-
chicken and dumplings.
You've got
now it's
600
mutts.
dog breeds to choose from, and you're trying to pull some
I
shit.
thought I'm gonna go bulldog. Bulldog is fucking badass.
Damn it! I was really hoping. I was really thinking I was gonna
Fuck
get
you.
that.
Should have given me mutt.
All right, what about you?
All right, I'm gonna
Bobby
go.
jokes.
You went bulldog. I'm gonna go pug.
Pug is cool.
I think pugs are cool.
They are.
Like a lot of people like their little dogs. Fuck those little dogs. Pugs, they're cool. They got the tongue
People who
hanging
talk
out.
shit
They're
about
just
dogs
partying.
haven't fucking played with
They're just
pugs.
partying.
They're
Pugs
awesome.
are cool. All right, Pat, your third round pick. What we going with?
I'm going with the pit bull, baby.
Pit bull, the American bulldog.
Just
as they say.
pitties, just buddies. They're they're so sweet.
Pit bull. All right, what am I gonna go with? I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go German Shepherd.
That's a good
German
one.
Shepherds are cool. Lots of people have
German Shepherds, they're cool.
They are police dogs because they will keep you in line.
Yep. Yep. All right. Bobby Jokes, your next to last pick here in the third round.
I'm gonna go with a husky.
Ooh, husky. I was gonna take
very
husky if I didn't
beautiful dog.
take German Shepherds. So that's a good pick.
Beautiful eyes.
Tough to have those down here in Houston, but I know some people that do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're sled dogs.
And I was hoping the whole time that this would fall to 4 for me, just because I love absolutely gigantic dogs. I'm taking the Great Dane.
The Great Dane.
Oh,
All right.
they're so big. There's so much of them to cuddle and love.
All right, and this will probably get vetoed too because you guys like to shit on everything and to try and rig it against
Quit
me.
trying to pull
But
shit. We won't have to.
I was gonna go wolf, which is the original dog.
It's not a
That's
dog.
a breed.
No, it's
That's
not
a
a
breed.
dog.
No, it's a different
It's
animal.
the original dog.
It's a different animal.
We don't have dogs if we don't have
That's
wolves.
like saying, let's pick people that we like, and you go chimpanzee.
Well, I mean, I think we'd have to allow that.
it's an
See,
ancestor.
this is everybody like this is 2 out of the last 3. They tried to just fuck
here's
me.
the
I
fucking
get
thing
it.
is,
I'm
in
in first
past
place.
years,
They're trying to rig it.
In past years, this shit never happened. But
trying to rig
every
it
single
against
week
me.
now, you're trying to pull some
They're
shit.
trying to rig it.
It's amazing how Robert is always able to go off the wall answers every year for all these things that we do, and he never gets vetoed because he
I just
stays
allow it.
within-
I would allow it anyway.
He stays within the rules.
I would just allow it most of the time. I'm just an open-minded
Just
kind
pick
of
it.
guy.
Why? There's so many good dog
just
breeds. Why would
I'm
you
gonna go
pick
Dalmatian.
a wolf? There you go,
Dalmatian.
Dalmatian. Great dog. Great
Ever
pick.
first responder dog. So if you basically German Shepherds and Dalmatians, you hate first responders.
That's a great
That's
pick.
what it
I don't
says a
even
lot
know-
if you don't vote for me
I don't
this
even
week,
know
guys.
why you would want to take a wolf over a Dalmatian.
Because we wouldn't have dogs if we didn't have wolves.
But we do
Fact.
have dogs.
Yeah, because of wolves, dude. The OG dog.
Like,
Some caveman had a wolf as a dog at one point and was like, that looks cool. I want that. And he got that and then probably taught it tricks and shit. And then
Yeah.
that's how we got dogs.
But it wasn't a dog.
It was a dog.
No, it was a
the
wolf.
OG dog.
It was
It was
a
the
wolf.
OG dog. It's
Robert,
a breed
what's your
of
last
dog.
pick?
What, yeah.
Why do you have to make this so difficult?
Why
every
do you
week?
guys have to just hate everything?
All right, this one's a little tough, but I'm
I'll
gonna go
allow it.
beagle.
Beagle?
I'm gonna go beagle.
Oh, I fucking love beagles, man.
Yeah, beagles are cool. I mean, there's nothing really wrong with any of these dogs, but like besides the 2 that you guys wouldn't let me take. But
That weren't dogs. Or not dog
they
breeds.
were all dogs. They
It was
were
a
all
dog
dogs.
breed.
So okay, our mock draft of dog breeds. Pat has Labs, Golden Retriever, Pit Bull, and Great Dane. I have a Boxer, Bulldog, German Shepherd, and a Dalmatian. And Robert's got the Corgi, Pug, Husky, and Beagle on this. We'll put the poll up on Friday. You guys get to vote for it through the weekend. Just remember, I had 2 that were awesome that were vetoed once again, and the fix is in apparently,
Look at
guys.
you, always
The
trying to
fix
play the
is in.
victim.
Do you know that in both Twitter polls that we had about the soups, the answer was no?
Chicken and dumplings was very debatable.
No, it was
still
no.
It was still no.
I will concede that chili.
still no.
I don't know, chicken and dumplings. I thought a lot of people said yes. So
Well, I
the
did, but the
results-
majority
Huh.
said no.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to honorable mentions.
honorable mentions. I mean,
Dachshunds.
wolves, obviously.
No. By the way, wolf is not, and because we specifically said dog breeds, wolf is not a dog breed.
It is.
It's an animal.
It's a dog.
But anyway,
wolf.
let's move
a
past
wolf
it.
dog.
Dachshunds / wiener dogs. Great dogs.
Wiener dogs, I put at the very bottom of mine because they're kind of assholes. and a lot of them are mean.
A little bit,
and
but they're
shit
cute
everywhere.
and they're too small to do it. No,
Pomeranian.
Dexter, don't listen to
Pomeranians, very small. Scottish Terrier, really cool little dog. He's kind of
that. Irish Wolfhound, another gigantic breed.
You got a Collie, Rottweiler, Doberman, Australian Shepherds, Greyhounds, Boston Terriers, Labradoodles, Golden Doodles. I didn't know. I probably
We didn't specifically say it is part of yours though, but I got to shout out American Bulldogs.
Yeah,
that falls under your bulldog.
That's what a pit bull is.
No,
it's a yeah.
No, an American Bulldog is a breed of bulldog.
I'm pretty sure an American Bulldog.
It is
a pit
not.
bull.
Also, Ridgebacks. Ridgebacks are great dogs. God damn it! I just had one in my head too, and then you threw me off by disagreeing with me.
Chihuahuas. They brought us tacos.
No, they did not.
They brought us tacos.
No.
They made the taco famous.
No, Taco Bell made the taco famous. They just happened to use a fucking Chihuahua.
You could say the partner of a dog and taco.
Robert's being racist right now.
Skyrocketed.
Robert's
tacos.
being. Also, I love that I took pit bulls because you know what most people have that have mutts? Part pit bulls.
Part pits, but yeah.
one loves a
Well,
pit.
so you're trying to play that. You're trying to steal the mutt card, which kind of seems like
No,
you're
I
a little
didn't.
bit biased. That you're now like,
No,
well,
I
hey,
was-
mutt-
I was
hey,
just
hey,
smart
people that
about
have
it.
mutts. Just FYI, because I wanted to take Wheezy, but Wheezy's a mutt.
Also,
it's not
shout
fair
out.
that I couldn't take Wheezy.
I don't know what. I think she is probably part pit, but whatever Mio is,
Mio's cool.
yeah, Mio looks like
I
a
love
good
Mio.
dog. Stephanie,
I love Mio.
Day Bow Bow.
Wheezy, did you have something that you wanted to tell everybody?
Wow, you know what's fucked up? You didn't even mention, and I know Wheezy's a little bit of a mutt, but you didn't mention her breeds. That's pretty fucked up, man.
Because it's like we don't know the breeds yet. We just
Wow,
got
you
it.
don't even love your
The
dog
lady
enough.
told us it was a Cromfurlander, and then we looked up and they were like, Cromfurlanders, if they tell you it's a Cromfurlander, it's not a Cromfurlander.
Well, you don't even love your dog
We
enough
have
to
a
get the DNA
test. We have one. We just haven't sent it in yet.
Well, so you've had it for a while and haven't seen it. Wow, you don't even love your dog. That's
I do
fucked
love
up.
my dog because I don't even care what kind of dog she is. It's not about.
I
the
probably
breed to
love
me.
your dog more
It's
than you
just
do.
I love my dog way more than you do. But Wheezy is very upset. They don't believe that you're a real breed of dog. So just saying.
Because it's not a breed.
You're a breed.
She's
a
a
mutt.
real
She's
good
a
dog.
mutt dog. She's a mutt, and that's a breed. And Wheezy is upset. And I don't know if you're watching the video version. If you're not, just go watch the video version right now. Because Wheezy is
Adorable.
furious.
No, she seems
is
pretty indifferent.
furious. I told her to hide it. So like, if she comes and loves on you guys, it's not because she loves you guys. It's because she's very upset and she doesn't know how
She
to cope.
literally just looked me in the eyes, licked my hand, and said, "Pat, I agree with
She
you."
doesn't. She didn't
I
say
speak
that.
dog.
She didn't say that. Hashtag PTG, not cool. Later, let's get in. You guys good? All right.
Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool. That's not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool. That's not cool. That's not cool.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I can't really focus right now either, because like in my head, all I can think is, dude, I know there's so many dog breeds that I didn't shout out that I love, and now I just feel
All
bad for
of
like
the
forgetting
above.
all
Yeah.
the doggies.
Dogs are the best.
Dude, they're so good.
Dogs are the best. What is your not cool, Pat?
I've got a few. All right. So Monday morning, I wake up. I go to put my jeans on to go to work, and as I'm pulling them up, and I go to buckle my belt, well, the belt has no buckle on it.
Mm-hmm.
I must have stepped on it sometime during the weekend, and just the belt, because it's one of those reversible ones that can be black or brown.
Oh, nice.
Because that's the kind of person I am.
That's what I have that too.
Yeah, I'm fucking cheap, and I must have stepped on it so the actual buckle part just separated. So I had to go to my backup belt, which is just,
it's just trash. Backup belts are always trash.
dude, because I still have that from when it was so worn down. I finally had to get the belt that broke. So this one, like every time, I wore it Monday night, and Tuesday morning before I went and got a new one on Tuesday.
Should you just use a zip tie, bro? You just get one of those big ones.
Well, no, what I was going to do, because I was honestly thinking at any moment this belt was just going to pop because it was that fucking worn. And that's happened to me at work before.
Get a karate belt.
No, what I do is you just get a bunch of plastic wrap and you string that shit out and you loop it through and tie it. At the restaurant. Well, which, like, if it's at lunch, it's not a big deal because I'm in the back. I was really hoping that wasn't going to happen during the dinner shift.
Uh-huh.
Because that looks like shit. Like I'm wearing nice dress pants and everything, and then I have
Right. I didn't plan
shit
this.
wrapped around me. But so that sucked. Then and it really hasn't been that bad, but my sleep schedule just being a little bit off.
Uh-huh.
Not that like I can't wake up in the morning. It's that my body is so used to going to sleep at a different time that like it's keeping me up even later at night.
So like 3 a.m. is when you said you're going to sleep?
So like if I was planning to go to bed, sleep at like 1, now all of a sudden I can't fall asleep till 2 or 3, and
I usually get like at 3:30, so you're falling asleep right before I wake up.
Yeah, basically,
That's
and it's
pretty
been
nuts.
fucking my shit up. Then there's another one. So Tuesday after work, Tuesday lunch, I went and got a new belt, and I got new jeans. So I go up front to Walmart. I'm going to self-checkout, and I go to scan the belt, and I realize there's no fucking tag on it because it just fell off. So I had to run back and grab another one. Then I wear the new pants today, and because they're new pants, they're not really broken in yet. So it's just kind of like, eh.
Yeah, I don't like that. Does it like kind of poppy when you walk sometimes?
Well, that and the belt, like it's just
Yeah.
everything needs to break in. There's an adjustment period. And
Yeah,
I was like,
that's not fun.
I was like, I knew I was gonna be busy today. Why didn't I just wear the old jeans? So stupid.
Because you're trying to like get ahead of it, and like at some point you're gonna have to suffer through the new ones, though. Anyways,
And then my biggest one that has caused me the most, like all those were minor. They didn't mean anything.
yeah.
My buddy sent one of those viral math problems into the chat.
See, that's why you don't fuck with math, man. Everybody knows that. We don't fuck with math on this podcast.
And it's a simple PEMDAS equation.
Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally.
Yeah,
Parentheses.
exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. And this lasted for like a day. And I was getting so fucking mad. Because what pissed me off the most, and especially in text form, you can't tell if people are trolling you anymore, but also all my friends are fucking idiots. So there's like 2 of us that get it. Because if you remember PEMDAS, it's parentheses, exponents, and then multiplication or division. Like those can be interchanged on which one goes first. But you just got to go left to right. So there's one obvious answer. But one person keeps arguing that, well, no, it depends on how you interpret that. I was like, no, it's math. There's no interpretation. There's the correct way.
Yeah, it's a formula.
This went on for like a fucking day of me just getting pissed the fuck off all day yesterday at work. And them keep going like, well,
About
no,
math,
it's just
you nerd.
And then somebody was like, no, it's just a poorly written question. I'm like, no, it's fucking math. There's only one goddamn answer. So for like a day, even my buddy who's a fucking engineer, he posts a screenshot of a whiteboard of this gigantic equation on it. He's like, this is something I did a month ago. And I was like, yeah, that's complex math. You're overthinking this shit, man.
Tight. I didn't know this was Goodwill Hunting.
Dude, I got so mad all goddamn day. Because it's a very simple answer. But it's one of those ones where you either get 24 or you get 6 online. They're all, you get 6. I'm like, no, you fucking idiot. Got so... Like, this is why I haven't taken a math class since my freshman year of college.
I suck at math, and I don't like it.
I was always good at math. I just didn't want to do it anymore.
Yeah, math's the
That's
worst.
why I still remember this, because this isn't complex math. This is 4th grade math.
But how long has it been
5th
since
grade
you've been in
math?
4th grade? So it's been a while. So
yeah,
it's like, I don't know.
but it's that basic early on that you learn this shit. And then I had to deal with dumbasses.
Well, that's because you wanted to keep arguing.
Oh, you know, and I bet after a while, like I know after a while they just started to fuck with me. But also I know they still don't think I was. Okay, move on, because those are my not
he's
cold.
very
off
upset.
I still like.
He's
I just
very
found
upset.
myself actually physically feeling madder again, just bringing it back up.
I have a couple that I'll just kind of run through, and I feel like most of them are coronavirus related. First off is the like I know everybody's like last week it was start washing your hands, and it was like, you know, everybody you should wash your hands all the time.
Yeah.
And now it's don't touch your face or like your mouth or your eyes or whatever. And I
I still do it constantly.
And
I don't care.
there's that like video of that girl that's like me trying to not touch my face, and I was like, realizing that I shouldn't touch my face has made me realize that all I do is touch my face. Like my hand is on my face more than it's on like anything else all day, I feel like. And it's like, stop, you're not supposed to touch your face. And I'll be like,
I was very aware of that last night. Every time I had to like itch my nose or something at work.
So I've tried to do it like the inside of my shirt, because like germs can't get there, right? Like it's the inside, it's not the outside.
Well, I mean, if
of
you
the
have
shirt.
to, you can always just grab your shirt and do that.
Yeah, but just realizing that, like, oh yeah, like that's the easiest way to like transmit sicknesses. Like, okay, cool. Well, that's all I do, so I can't stop touching my face. So that's a not cool. And then I also found out today that Houston or Harris County, no, it was Montgomery County, I think, was the first place that in like the Houston area that someone contracted coronavirus locally. Because they had not been on a flight, they hadn't like been in contact with anybody that had been, and everybody before that had been like, oh, we were like on a trip in Egypt or whatever. I know there were some guys that got in trouble for that like had it from there, and then there's some other people that had just come in from overseas that had it and were quarantined. But this guy was at the Houston rodeo cook-off last Friday or 2 Fridays ago. You know who else was at the Houston Rodeo cook-off? Me. I was out there on February 28th on a Friday, and they're like, that guy was hanging out at the cook-off, so it's possible that he could have given it to all of those people, and I think that may have played into why the rodeo shut down. But I was like,
100%.
Fuck, I was there, though. I hope I don't have it. And it's just, you're like, what do you do if you get it? And I was like, I don't know, probably just self-quarantine. I watch a lot of Netflix.
Hey,
That's
Robert,
it.
don't you feel like this is something he should have told us before we showed up?
It was on our prep sheet, so if you had just read it, then yeah, you would have been good.
I read comeback hits and stuff like that. The rest of that, I want to organically react to.
Well, that's on you.
You could have also texted him and like, hey, I was there.
I mean,
no.
I would have. I think I have like.
I wouldn't have cared, but maybe Robert would.
I think I have like 4 more days to have symptoms, and I have not shown symptoms. Knock on wood. So
no, it might be longer than 2 weeks. They've said now that you can have.
Well, I was told last it was 14 days, so I should be good. But still, yeah, not great. But that was really not cool that I just found that out today. So added not cool, and
yeah, you're definitely sick, bro.
That was it. All right, let's move on to my favorite segment we do every single week, the answer segment. If you got a question for us, there's no such thing as a stupid question.
Just stupid people.
There's no such thing as stupid people. There's no such thing as a stupid question. You just tell us what you got on your mind. If it's a high thought, if you see it on a billboard, you have a friend say it in passing, you see it on the internet, you just wonder what the Gravy Gang would have to say to it, hit us up at Pass the Gravy Pod. I'm at Alex J. Middleton. Pat's at not Pat Dion. Robert is at Robert Barbosa03 use the hashtag PTG Answers. I'm saying a lot of things right now. Use the hashtag PTG Answers. That's how we search for it. You can also email them to us, answers@passthegravypod.com. Here we go.
Well, just answer the question. Why just answer the question? Be honest. No big deal. Yeah, answer the question.
Don't change the subject. Just answer the fucking question.
Any questions?
All right, let's get right to it with our podcast.
You don't go as David S. Pumpkins this year for Halloween.
I may do that. We got Skylar Lester, our podcast son.
Sorry. Oh my God, Skylar!
At OMG, it's Skylar.
I was just laughing
you
my
right now?
inability to let anything go by right now without saying it through my head. I'm interrupting you every 9 seconds. It just made me fucking laugh. I'm sorry.
Our podcast son, Skylar Lester, says, is sneezing just an orgasm for your nose?
I'm sorry, no. Unless you have the weakest orgasms in the world. They feel good.
Well, because I was going to say, if sneezing sometimes does feel good, like when you get that sneeze out, but I would say sneezing is like more...
It's like a chub.
Is it?
It feels good.
It's more like...
But not that good.
I don't know, because I was going to say it's more like a diarrhea shit that you didn't expect sometimes. Because you're like, oh, fuck!
You know what I'd say it's close to?
There's nothing worse than when you have a sneeze and then you look at your arm if you because I'm a normal person that covers it up, and then you got the snot on it and you're like, gross. Is there anything worse than that?
I was gonna say it's more like when you really got to take a piss and then you finally get there and it's just that, because the sneeze can feel that good.
Yeah.
It's definitely not an orgasm.
It's not an orgasm.
You've never sneezed and your fucking toes curled and your eyes rolled in the back of your head.
I would say a sneeze is like a shit because you want to get it out of you. You know?
I would not say it's a shit. I get what you're saying.
What would you say, Robert? What do you think? You don't think it's an orgasm for your nose?
No. Sometimes sneezing hurts.
Yeah.
That's true.
It does.
My back or
well,
something.
sometimes taking a piss can hurt too if you haven't been taking care of yourself.
That's true. That is true. But I would say it's not. It's more.
You know what it is? It's a fart. Because a fart can feel good, but a fart can also hurt.
A sneeze is more like a fart. You're right. I guess I'm thinking more blowing your nose. Like blowing your nose is like a shit for your nose. Right?
It's a shart.
Because you're getting all that stuff you don't want in and out.
No, it's a shart. A regular sneeze is a fart, but blowing your nose is a shart.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, no, it's not just an orgasm for your nose, but that is a good question, and I understand the logic.
I mean, I get it. There's some
see what you were
projectiles
thinking. I see where you're going with it. I get you. I get you, son.
Yeah,
but that's not it. And as your fathers, we're here. Yeah, you can ask your fathers anything. We tell you that we're gonna have this talk with you. We got you, son. I got you. But yeah, it does feel good though. It's like sometimes it feels just good to get that to literally have take a shit when you get home and you're like that felt great. And sometimes it feels fantastic to have a sneeze and get that out. So I see the logic, but just no, I don't think that's the same thing. Our next question comes from our reigning rookie of the year, Josh Treecottle at Joshua Tree 713. He says, if you were a Looney Tune, which Looney Tune would you be? I don't know what the Looney Tune Like I'm not 100% sure who is in the Looney Tunes.
The only thing that came to mind for me is Taz.
I could see it being
But
Taz.
like, he seems a little high energy for me. I don't know if you guys had any thoughts for me. Like, Robert
would be Marvin the Martian, 100%.
Oh, that's good.
Robert's Marvin the Martian.
Yeah, he doesn't ever really show any emotion.
Yeah, like Elmer Fudd, Yosemite Sam, Daffy Duck, Porky Pig.
I might be Porky Pig.
Pepe Le Pew, Tasmanian Devil, the little mouse guy, and then the frog guy. I can't remember their names. Speedy Gonzalez, I think, right? The mouse.
Does he have a sombrero on?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Speedy Gonzalez.
Sylvester, Tweety, Foghorn Leghorn, Roadrunner, Wile E. Coyote, and Bugs Bunny. I feel like Robert is definitely Marvin the Martian. Would you say you're Marvin the Martian for sure? Like if you had to pick a Looney Tune?
I don't know who that is.
You don't know Okay. Well,
is he like the...
He doesn't talk a lot. He's kind of quiet. He's reserved.
Does he have like a green...
Yeah, he's got the green helmet with it looks like a broom on the top.
Yeah.
I would say you'd be that.
He might be Granny. No, he's not Granny.
No. Pat might be Daffy Duck. Because you're kind of a pessimist. You're kind of a dick sometimes, and Daffy's kind of a dick. Or you'd be Foghorn Leghorn. Foghorn Leghorn.
No, because I'm not that Southern.
Who would I be? Would I be Bugs? I think I'd be Bugs. I'm just making kind of random jokes at everybody.
No, you're not Bugs. You're not that much of a front man.
Then who would I be?
I'm trying to look through. Wait, hold on. The fucking frog, which by the way I always thought was the WB's frog.
I did too.
His name is Michigan J. Frog.
Didn't know that.
That's fucking crazy. Actually, you know who I think Robert might be? I just saw a picture of him. I always thought he was a giant dog. It says Hugo the Abominable Snowman. I thought he was a dog.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
No, he is. You know what? You might be Taz, dude.
I could be Taz. I'm cool with Taz.
You got that energy that jumps all over the place. Or maybe,
as long as I'm not Pepe Le Pew.
Cody. Or not Cody, Wile E. Coyote.
Pepe Le Pew is kind of a perv now, and I feel like Pepe Le Pew would have been Me Too'd so fast now.
Oh yeah.
So you would be Daffy Duck. I think I would.
I think Taz kind of fits for you.
Okay, I'll go Taz. I'm cool with being Taz. And then Robert is Marvin the Martian, I think. Or the Roadrunner.
Yeah.
Or the Roadrunner, right?
No, he's got to be the Martian because his thoughts are out there, man.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so there we go. Got it done.
Or is Robert Tweety because he's just adorable?
No. Robert's not Tweety. Because Tweety's mean at times. You know, she fucks with Sylvester. I think Marvin, that's more Robert's.
Well, Tweety's just defending herself.
Well, she's also kind of like trying to lead him on.
Because Sylvester's trying to fucking. Is Tweety a girl or boy? I really don't know.
It's a girl. I don't know. Yeah, Robert's Marvin the Martian. I'll be Taz, and you can be Daffy Duck.
I like that. That feels good.
That's
you guys let us know who we are and who you are.
Yeah.
And then you let us know who you
#PTG Looney Tunes.
Who you think you are, and then we can all agree or disagree.
All right. Our next question comes from Matthew Gaston, who I believe is a first-time answers question asker. Welcome to the pod. Welcome
Matty
to the
Gassy.
Gravy Game. Matty Gass.
No, it's Matty Gassy.
Matty Gassy says, Matthew Gaston.
He's probably like, fuck you guys.
His name.
I hate that.
Yeah. He said, can everything be a coaster? I love this. I love this line of thought.
Why do we keep doing
I love this line of thought. No, okay. All right. Let's open it up. Yes, everything can be a coaster. Why can't it be? Whether or not it's a good coaster or a bad coaster, that's up for debate. But yes, everything can be a coaster. This makes a lot of sense.
Actually,
this makes a lot of sense.
I would say 99.9%.
You know what I was using for a coaster today?
A
a Post-it note.
No.
I have a book over there I use for a coaster all the time.
Here's the one part.
Most things can be.
I would say 99.9. There's one thing that can't be a coaster.
What?
A table.
A table
because
is not a good coaster because it leaves rings, but it's a coaster nonetheless because it's not putting it on the floor.
The whole point of the coaster... No, you can put drinks on the floor. That's fine. The whole point of the coaster
it's a wood floor.
Is to keep things off of the table. So I'd say the table is the only thing. A floor can be a coaster.
But what if you put a table on another table?
No, you're still leaving rings on your table, though.
But what if it's a shittier table that you don't really care about, but you're putting it over the other table to protect that table? No, I think he's right.
The
I think
purpose of
everything can be a coaster.
The purpose of the creation of the coaster is
he
to
opened
keep
a
rings
can
off
of
the
worms,
table.
and I'm going down this. I'm going down this rabbit hole, and dude, you just roped me in.
I don't hate these
Guys,
questions
send us
as much as
coaster
you guys
questions.
think I do.
Send us more coaster
No,
questions.
I'm fine with that. I'm just saying
And-
I think a table just can't be because the whole
and
purpose of
boomerang
the
questions
coaster
and
is to
ladle
protect
questions.
tables.
No, I think a double table situation could be.
And I respect that line of thought, and I get it. I'm just saying I think
This makes sense.
I want to say no to the
sense.
table, but everything else in the world can be a coaster besides a table to me.
Well, I would just say a table's a really shitty coaster because it still leaves rings.
No, because the coaster
That's how
has
you
to
have
go
to-
on top of the table.
But if you use the
on
table
top
as
of other things.
if you use the table as the coaster over another table, then you're like, that's just
That's
a really
what I'm saying.
shitty
I'll
coaster.
accept that line of thought, but I'm still going to say no to it.
But yeah,
But I'll
everything
accept
can
that.
because you can literally I use this book over here that I'm pointing at right now. I use that as one by my when Emma and I are watching TV. I've got a post-it note because Pat's got the other coaster we have.
Yeah, I stole it from you.
No, that's cool.
Which I'm not even using anymore.
No, it's
so-
all good. It's all good.
So I stopped using this like 45
But like,
minutes
yeah,
ago.
everything can be a coaster, and this is a great, solid logic, line of thinking. I think
I get
So,
it. Like I said,
everything is a
I
coaster.
respectfully. I've gotten mad at a few of the other ones. I respectfully disagree with this one on 1% of objects. In fact, I want to.
Is everything a boomerang? Yes. Is everything a ladle? Yes.
No.
These are all just facts. The facts
Those
of
are
life.
just no's.
Everything is a ladle, boomerang, and or coaster, and we just figured that out. So there we go.
No.
Look at us figuring things out. Hey,
No, and respect.
we need more questions from you, Matthew, because I think you get us. You get us, buddy.
I feel like Matthew's just one of those people that was like, you know what?
I like that he
I don't think
waited.
Pat's been pissed off enough.
I'd like to think
And
he
he
like
went for
listened
it.
for a little bit and then waited to write in.
Oh,
This was the one he's like, I got
He
it.
held back on that one
Because
and
he
was
obviously has to know our
like, pull the
bit
trigger.
if
Oh,
he's
yeah.
doing that. So yeah, Matthew, I got you, bro. Everything is a coaster. Whether or not it's a good coaster or a bad coaster, that's up for debate. But everything could be a coaster at some point in time. Our next question comes from Brandon Whitehead at Brando Whitehead on Twitter, and he says, "Why isn't Angels in the outfield a bigger scandal in baseball? It's cheating, isn't it?"
Well, here's the defining line that goes with cheating. It's not cheating unless you get caught.
And if
Nobody
you can't
else
see the Angels,
You can't get caught if nobody sees the Angels.
because I was gonna.
Yes,
I thought you were.
by the way, yes, it's cheating.
Because I thought you were about to say, well, if the Angels didn't officially help him, I was like, but remember when they lifted the guy up to make that catch in the
No,
outfield?
they
Like,
officially helped.
That's totally cheating.
But you can't get caught.
It's way
if
more
nobody
cheating
can
than the
see
Astros
Angels.
did. They weren't banging on trash cans, which was smart. Okay, and I know that I sound like a fucking hypocrite, but because I got roasted for saying like, oh, it's really hacky, like quit doing, like it's the same shit. Like I heckle when I fucking hate on Dallas, but like I try and be a little bit different than most people do. Maybe I go a little bit darker than others would, but when I don't know, I try and be a little bit unique, and I don't know. I think that the Astros trash can hat guy yesterday, it's like, how original do you think you are banging trash cans? Like you're the 97th guy in spring training to do it. Do you think you're like, got him? Like really showed him?
Oh, he 100%
Now
thought that.
The Braves, when they were warming up,
This was great.
The Astros were playing the Braves in spring training yesterday, and they put "I saw the sign," and I was like, "That's
That's
witty.
clever.
It's
I shared
clever.
it and I was like, this is fucking gold.
It's like I don't think Astros fans can really get mad at that. It's like, okay, well that's different, all right. I
It's
get,
funny.
but they played it a couple of times on loop, which was funny that they were like, again,
Oh, you think it's going to end?
but then they
just
brought it
keeps
back,
going?
and
Yeah.
it was like that's funny to me. Like, and now if everybody does it, it's probably not as funny. But
No.
then it's like, you gotta think of some more. You gotta change it up a little
Like, you
bit,
know, at
guys.
some point somebody's gonna play signs everywhere, signs.
Right.
I don't know the name of it. I assume the name of that song is Signs. I don't know who sings it.
But still, like just be a little bit more original. And like the trash can thing, it's not gonna go away. It's not gonna be the last time it happens. It's definitely gonna happen more and more. Yeah. Give us your ring back, blah, 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 blah. But like you don't understand that these people are also stimulating like the Astros paychecks, right? Like you're giving them money by going to Astros games. The Astros are going to turn into this season, I think, the Red Sox and the Yankees and the Cubs, where everybody's just going to buy tickets to go to those games. Maybe it's just to heckle them, but it's like, do you not think that looks good for the Astros that people are going to the games
unless
that
it
they're
gets
going
to
to?
the point where they're playing in front of no one, which I think will actually be a cool experience, though.
So the MLB, MLS, NBA, and NHL have all banned reporters from they barred any non-essential personnel from the locker room.
From the locker room. They're still going to do press conferences.
But like that benefits the Astros more than anybody, right? Where the Astros are like, oh, you know who can't bug us about Stein Sealy anymore? People in the locker room right now. Tight. Like that's pretty sweet.
I'm just saying it's going to be cool for like when people have talked shit during the season of the Astros. If there's nobody in the crowd,
it's going to be a long season.
And it's a pitcher. And they go yard, you're going to hear Alex Bregman say, suck my dick! But yeah, it's not cheating because they didn't get caught.
It's not cheating because they didn't get caught.
Sorry. I go back to it.
And honestly,
it wasn't a scandal because they didn't get caught. And then that's the baseball adage. Was it cheating? No, they didn't get caught.
Dude, we should make a movie. All right, verbal trademark, by the way. You guys cannot copy this. You are lawyers because we're telling you this. This is lawyer, attorney, or client attorney privilege. And, we make a movie called Angel in the Outfield 2, all right? But now baseball catches cheaters, right? And so they look back and realize the Angels cheated to win the pennant that year. And now it's just like God put him on trial. Maybe baseball didn't catch it. God caught him, though. And now God
sent the Angels.
Well, but like now he's realizing it wasn't really the best idea ever, and so he's got him on trial. So Al has to go and talk to like the man upstairs.
God is omnipotent. God is not fallible. So God couldn't go, oh, I made a mistake.
No, but he can be the judge. He can be the judge though.
Well, then he would rule that it was fine because God doesn't make mistakes. That's the whole plot of Dogma. Is that God doesn't make mistakes. So if you try and find a loophole where he did, that ends existence.
Okay, well, I'm just trying to.
There you go.
Spitball.
I know you were trying to go somewhere with you, but I just had to.
This is a movie. It's a movie. It's a Hollywood.
All right,
movie.
I think we covered this. Let's get on. To the next
our final question of the week. Oh, guess who's back?
Back again.
Back again. It's our girl, the mysterious Cassie J, the Squatch God.
Squatch God.
Squatch God. Squatch it up. All right, Squatch God. Cassie J, the Squatch God, who we have no idea why she's called the Squatch God, but that's her email. And Cassie J, the Squatch God, says daylight savings. Watchmaker holiday or curse?
Holiday. It makes you aware of the clocks, and then maybe finally, in the longest time, you have to actually change your watch, and you go, "Oh man, I should get a new watch." Why would that be a curse for watchmakers? It doesn't affect them at all because watches are manually changed.
What about watches like my watch or like other watches that are automatic? Because a lot of them automatically do that. Like
that's not a watch. That's a digital
an Apple
piece of
watch.
equipment.
It's called an Apple Watch.
That's a mini computer on your wrist.
But I still think like Apple makes these watches, so whoever makes the Apple Watches are watchmakers, correct?
No, they're Apple Watch makers.
Well, how do you make if you make an Apple Watch? What is it?
I don't really consider that a watch though.
It tells time. That's what its main function
is. It's there
is.
and it's on your wrist. But like when I think of a watch, I think of a traditional watch.
I still think
that's who she's talking about. She's not talking about Apple Watches.
Maybe like the curse is like digital watches and all stuff like that. It's like it's your curse now because they're changing on their own. So like I don't know.
This is for the watchmaker though, and actually, I just realized maybe Cassie isn't a girl. Maybe Cassie is short for Cassius.
Nah, dude.
Nah, it's definitely a girl. Because I feel like Cassie would have corrected.
Would have said that she was not a girl.
Yeah. No, it's a holiday because it makes people more aware of their watch. That like every day they just wear as a, they just put it on because they're used to putting it on. It's not even an afterthought. And then after a while, when they actually have to change it, they look at it. When you're changing, you're like, oh, I've got stuff there. I've got this there. Where even if you're a watchmaker, maybe you also do watch repairs. And now they realize, they've got some scratches. They got repairs. It's only a holiday.
Who in the Gravy Gang has like an old school watch that just tick, 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 ticks? Actually, like it's like you have to like I was the worst at just looking at the clock even in school. Like I knew where the numbers were, but I'd always had to be 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. Like I was bad at I was bad at being able to tell time manually. Like, I've always been a digital guy. And like every now and then my watch will actually switch back to like the like if you're looking at that where it'll switch to like the regular face.
This is great for everyone listening.
No, I know it is, but it'll switch to like the regular face.
Also great for me because you were covering it with your finger the whole time, so I couldn't see what you were talking about.
But like where it'll do that, where it's like the whole like actual watch face where it's got the like second hand and the minute and the hour hand. Like, I normally just go with the digital face.
If you have the option, you go digital.
Right, because it's like, I don't know, what time is it? And I'm not like,
it is
5:36? It's like, it's awesome on the 5s or the O's. But, like, other than that, you're kind of like, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. It's this-ish time. And I don't know. I feel like that might be the curse, but like, yeah, I guess it might be a watchmaker's holiday because like people got to come in and
it makes them aware of their watch, so it makes them aware
it.
that they might need a new one.
Oh, this is dead. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
it's a good question, Cassie. Though, it's a very
in
good
fact,
question.
I would say it might be a watchmaker's favorite day.
Yeah, would it be the day before
Days.
or day after? Day after, like when we spring forward or go back.
It's a 2-day
You
right
get
there.
2 a
Some
year?
people change it before, some people change it the day after, and then later on in the year, before or after.
Do you change? Have you changed all your clocks back? Like,
Yes.
to the correct time?
Yes. There was the oven and the microwave. Those are the only two I needed to change.
My car clock has not changed back. Whereas since we
yeah,
moved
the car.
forward, I'm a little bit.
Yeah,
like-
all I have is my car clock.
Yeah, so it's like sometimes like this week it's kind of funny where like I get in the car, I'm like, I'm where? Oh no, I'm not. Never mind. I'm not early. Like I think I'm like super early on my way to work. I'm like, I'm gonna have so much time. No, you don't. You just like haven't changed it yet. But then
I changed it that night in my car because I got home and I was like, I need to change this now.
Well,
or
yeah.
it's gonna trip me out tomorrow.
But then the other end of it, where it's like when you go back, but then it's still an hour forward or whatever. You're like, oh shit, I am running so late. Like I haven't had that because it just makes me feel like I'm a little bit early. So that's kind of a nice little treat this time of year. The other time of year, I try and change them back way faster. But I don't think we have our kitchen clocks changed just yet.
I've never set my microwave in the house I'm in now, and
You just don't even. It's just no one knows what time it is.
I used to set the stove one. But then every time we lost power, I'd have to reset it. And the last time we lost power, I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago was a power surge. And I was just like, fuck it, I'm
Dude,
done.
one
I'm
day
done.
maybe it'll catch up with the right time though. Like maybe it'll like reset.
Oh, it's right twice a day.
But maybe it'll fuck up at like 12 o'clock.
No. It doesn't keep going. When it reads it just sits and reads 12 all the time. Because it's waiting for you to set the time.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, you're right.
That's why I said it was right 12 twice a day. But now I'm just like, fuck it, I don't care because if I'm
my
if I
TV
need the time,
thing
I've
has
got my
it.
phone on me.
And my TV updates on its own. The little clock in front of that. I have a little security system thing that updates on its own. My watch,
all
my
digital.
phone, my alarm clock does the exact same thing. And it's really just the kitchen ones in my car that don't.
You know what's amazing? I was talking with my coworker today about, all that stuff.
About time.
His parents still have the alarm clock that everybody's parents had when we were growing up. Remember the wood paneled one on top
With the bells?
with the red number? No, not with the bells.
Oh.
It was that generic wood, with the red numbers up front. Like I guarantee you, if I can.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yep,
His
yep.
parents still have that one, which shows that everything was made so much more durable back in the day.
Yeah.
Like if you bought an alarm clock 5
Well, back in
years
the day,
ago,
you used to have you had a watch repair guy or like a clock repair guy. You had you had a refrigerator repairman. You didn't just buy a new one. And then they at some point realized like, hey, we can make stuff cheap enough to where it's cheaper to buy a newer, better version
and
of
let's
it.
make
than
them
it is.
break every 3 years. It's called planned obsolescence.
So, yeah, science right there, guys.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Everybody
Yeah.
in the world had that fucking. I'll tweet out a picture of it.
So I have like a digital version of the old school ones with the bells on them. So it looks like it would be an old school one, but it's just black and white. And if you hold your hand over the bells, it's not bells. It just lights up. And they're two little mini light bulbs. So in the morning while Emma's sleeping, I can kind of like hover my hand over it and it'll light up. And then I can kind of get dressed and shit and then get out without actually having to turn all the lights on, which is kind of nice.
That's nice. That's
Yeah.
real
It's on
considerate
Amazon.
for
It's on
Emma.
Amazon.
You're a good guy. I don't care what everyone says. You're a good guy.
Well, I mean, I figured having alarms that go off in 5-minute increments and then at one point start going off in 2-minute increments. I figured that was like the nicest thing I could do is like at least you don't have to have like the light on all the time.
yeah.
So I mean, I'll wake
She
you up.
knew what she was.
I'll wake you
getting
up
into.
39 times in the morning, but you won't have to live with the light on while you're trying to sleep. So there we go. Good questions to everybody that submitted them at Pass the Great Pod, hashtag PTG answers to us on Twitter, answers at Pass the Great Pod if you have any questions for us. And guys, once again, please give us that 5-star review on iTunes. I really appreciate all of you guys listening and spending part of your weeks listening to us. Stay safe from this fucking coronavirus, guys. We ain't trying to hit sicko mode here on Pass the Gravy, all right? We ain't about that life.
I'm not worried, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't be. Stay safe.
Just
guys.
self-quarantine, stay at home, listen to
Wash
more
your
Pass
hands,
the Gravy.
Wipe down your
That's all you gotta do.
surfaces.
Remember, drink a Southern Star. Or no.
Or
no.
10 or 12.
cut open one of the little Bee's Knees Honey Company straws, chug that, or take that in, chug a Southern Star, and then chase it by sniffing a little air freshener. And if you have anything in your car that you think may be contaminated, take it to Napa Auto Parts. That's how you fix the coronavirus. That's how you cure the coronavirus, according to Pass the Gravy. And you guys, please give us that 5-star review on iTunes. Roast us in the comments. Give us the at least 5 words in it, and it'll show us up higher in iTunes. And the funniest roast of us was going to win a Gravies Award at the end of the year, so I don't know why you wouldn't want to win that. And you guys have a great rest of your week. Please share us with a friend. I love you guys. Be safe out there. Stay healthy. And until we talk to you guys next week, pass the gravy, ya bitches.
Sun is down, freezing cold. That's how we already know. Winter's here, my dog will probably do it for a